Hey everybody. I haven't done this in a while, so I decided to go live and just chill. I wanted to come on to say thanks for coming up. Tomorrow I'm going to be recording another of our podcasts, which I assume you guys have listened to or heard, but I'm probably going to go on Instagram live during it. So if you want to come on and tell me a story, hear what we're talking about, and maybe add a comment, let me hear your talents or whatever, you know, that's what we're doing tomorrow. And that'll be 3 o'clock Eastern, noon time here. Okay? So I hope you come on. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, I'd love to have you subscribe. You can go see it. You can go in the bio here and just subscribe and like and review. Can you join me to surprise your brother tomorrow or now? Am I afraid of ghosts? Well, it depends what the ghost wants to do. I'm probably more afraid of people. How have I been, Lucas? I've been great. You've been amazing, right? You're doing Mighty Ducks. I'm very proud of you, buddy. That's now you want to. I'm trying to get my cousin to go on and play guitar, but she's too afraid. Okay, well, talk. You got till tomorrow. She can maybe come and play on the podcast or something like that. So thank you for not buzzing us. Now I don't have a buzzer. And I'm not on, well, AGT premieres, I hope everybody watches that, June 1st. How is my day? Kind of like yours. It's mostly light out and then it gets dark later. You've always been a big fan? Okay. Howie, thank you. Thank you. That's very nice stuff. You guys are saying nice stuff. And I hope people, have you subscribed to my podcast? Have you listened to the podcast? Can you listen and spread the word to everybody to download it, stream it, review it, like it? You saw me in Tulsa? I've been here for a year, buddy. Gizmo? How old am I? 65. These are all good questions. What am I drinking? Just soda pop. What's my next big project? I think it would have to be, June 1st, starting AGT. But that would be and tomorrow, the podcast. I love doing the podcast with my daughter, Jacqueline Schultz. Follow her. It was awesome. Did you listen to the last one? The last one we had, my favorite rock band is the Stones. The last one we had, there's no whiskey in this. You're asking questions. Supermama says I'm so handsome. I know. I'm looking younger than ever. No, I'm not looking younger than ever. If you look at pictures of me from 10 years ago, I look 10 years younger. I look younger than 65. That's because I'm tall for my age. Happy birthday, Amanda. Okay. You did say hi. Go ahead, Bobby. You said hi. Can I join to prove my brother wrong? I don't understand what you brew. Well, why don't you come on to the podcast tomorrow? I'm looking for people to just come on and do things. And you see, you want to play the flute. Do that tomorrow on the show, on the podcast with my daughter. I want to save this. Have I ever met Mick Jagger? Once, a long time ago. I'm so funny you're crying. I'm not doing anything funny right now. Happy birthday, Albert. Albert's going to be 21. That's great. What am I getting? When's Heidi's birthday? I didn't even realize it's Heidi's birthday coming up. Edom, Ed, no. So just everybody. I'm not ignoring anybody, or whatever your name is. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just telling you that tomorrow I'm going to be doing the podcast and I'm going to go on Instagram Live. And I want people right now. Happy birthday, Maddie. I want people. Hey, Costa Rica. I in Minnesota. I just want people to spread the word, download the app, go to the bio, watch it on YouTube. Let me hear from you if you've already watched. I'll come in the podcast, just give you a chance. Okay, so then I'll give you a chance. Just be on here tomorrow and we'll be doing that. It's going to be from noon to 1 West Coast time, which is 3 to 4 East Coast time. Booby Bess, happy 100th. Wow. She likes Bobby. What do you want me to say? Will Simon be back on it? Yes, he's already back. It'll be Simon, me, Sophia, Heidi, and Terry Crews. We're all back, and this is going to be bigger and better than you've ever seen. Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can see my podcast on YouTube, too. A guest you? I will tomorrow. I'm going to guest people tomorrow. Hi, Sadie. You like Bobby? Toronto's in the house. Worked with my brother Steve. I went to Seneca. Wow. Well, that's nice to meet you. Joe Coy and I are friends. I've seen her stand up many times. I'm a huge fan. Bring Jackie on. Is she here? If she's here, I'd bring her on. But she'll be on she's on the podcast with me. When's my birthday? November 29. Do I want to see magic? Yeah. So come on tomorrow when we're doing this, and I'll see magic and everybody on the podcast. I'd like to say hi, A Trio, but I don't know how to say your name. I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. I'm enjoying doing the bro. I shared your podcast so many times you don't even know. I appreciate that, buddy. Share the podcast. Tell people to listen. You're the first person that on here tonight that said they've even heard it. You're watching from Michigan. You're watching this, but not the podcast. You got to see the podcast. This week's was ghost stories and conspiracies. Did I get my vaccine? Yeah, I'm vaccinated. I got it a long time ago because I'm old. I was, that's the good... Luke Islam, yeah, he's in Mighty Ducks. I just thought I saw him on here. Yeah, he's in Mighty Ducks. How great is that? I'm so proud of that kid. He's so talented. He deserves everything he gets. What happened to the snake? We released it into the field out of here. And then after we released it into the field, I can't tell you what happened because we didn't follow it. We just, S-Rich is 82. Wow, somebody on Instagram in their 80s. I love that. What streaming service is the podcast on? Every streaming service. Go in the bio and click. You can see it on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. It's on everything. Eric was great on the podcast. He was. He's a pretty smart guy. A really smart guy. Went to Yale. What are my thoughts on Ellen ending her talk show? I love Ellen. I'm going to miss seeing her every day. I'll be on Ellen in June. We're going to be promoting AGT. I think I'll do it a couple times. Me and Heidi. Hi, Lorraine. What's the podcast about? It's called Howie Mandel Does Stuff. And we do everything from prank calls to talk to my friends. Heidi Klum's been on, and she'll be on again, and a bunch of other just goofing around, doing prank calls, challenges. I'll go on Instagram Live and have you guys come in. People will sing for us and show us talent. It's just a hubbub of stuff that is, why don't you just download it, listen to it, and see if you enjoy it? Or you can just stream it on Spotify. Will you do that? Hey, Thornhill, hometown. Simon is back this summer. You just got into Ohio State. Congratulations. Sophia will be on the podcast. I'll call Sophia. Sophia will be on. She said, when can I do it? So whenever. Thank you. That's very nice. Get Ellen on the podcast. I can't guarantee that. I think Ellen's pretty busy right now. Hi, Ottawa. Did I get I've been vaccinated for a few months. I'm 65, so I was in California here. That's where they started. The first vaccines. I lined up at Dodger Stadium and got it just like everybody else. Hi, Audrey. Candace, happy birthday. Oh, yeah. Norman Lloyd, who was on St. Elsewhere with me, just passed away. He was 106 years old. 106 years old. Can you imagine that? He worked with Charlie Chaplin. He worked with Alfred Hitchcock, Buster Keaton, Howie Mandel. So He had a good long life. He was playing tennis all the way up to 100. Judd Apatow called me not too long ago to have lunch with him because he was in, his last movie he did was for Judd. He did Trainwreck and with Amy Schumer. And he became really close with Judd, and Judd would take him out for lunch, and he called me and Ed Begley, and we had lunch with him. And he told me the story about how he was playing tennis. He was playing tennis all the time. Even when I knew him, he was in his 60s. He was my age when he was on St. Elsewhere, and he was the old man. And he was playing tennis, and he fell, and he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, you have to stop playing tennis. And he goes, what's wrong with you? And he goes, well, how can I put it in layman's terms? You're 100. So he was playing tennis all the way till he was 100 years old. I know. I'm going to miss him. He was great. I just talked to him a few weeks ago. Brent Butt would be great for the podcast. He is so funny. I love him. He's really funny. Canadian comedian. Terry's doing great. Terry is great. Terry's busy. Terry's doing fantastic. I look younger than my age. I don't know how you can say it. Look where my hairline is. Montreal. I love Montreal. I'm worried about Canada right now. Canada's having a really tough time with the virus. And also Montreal. I used to go there every year and want to keep getting back. I don't know if you people are familiar with JFL, Just for Laughs, is a big festival that I'm a small part of, and I want that to come back. Can I come and perform in New York? Yeah, I'll be there in an hour. I haven't been... I live your sweater. You live my sweater. All right. And I'm living in my pants. I have no idea what that meant. I want to tell you I'm going through one of the hardest times. What are you saying? Mr. Curbinator, I wanted to tell you I'm going through one of the hardest times for my age, and it's pretty heartbreaking. I'm sorry to hear that. Here's, not that I'm the one to ask for advice, but, you know, we all go through incredibly tough times at some point in your life. You can't be alive and human without going, through tragedy and loss and devastation. And I'm somebody who's always talked, thank you, you like my glasses? These are my own line of glasses. Anyway, and we all go through it. And it's not easy. And I've talked about this. I suffer. I have mental health issues, and I see a therapist. But here's the good news: the fight, even though sometimes it really hurts and it's really devastating, is always worth it. There's light on the other side. There always is. So just stay strong and keep fighting and talk about it, even with a stranger like me. But just keep talking about it, and that gives you a little bit more strength. You like my glasses? Thank you. These are, and all the glasses I wear now are my own line, which I'll have more information on how to get them later on, but they're just building the line right now, and this summer they'll all be available. Ecuador's in the house. Why don't I do Deal or No Deal? All right, I'll do it. Why don't I? Because I'm sitting here in my room at home, and we're concerned about the pandemic, and my wife doesn't want me to bring 26 models home with $1 million cases. It's just nice hair. You're looking at America Got Talent. Thank you very much. Oh, it's a firefighter. I thank you for your service. Thank you. North Carolina firefighter. You guys are first responders. I thank you for your service. I wish I had what you had. I don't know if people know this, but I'm a fourth responder, which is way down the line from a first responder. Do I have... I don't know what that is. Have I ever been to Fiji? No. Bobby's World, I'm trying to relaunch it now. Hi, Casey. I know India is tragic. My heart goes out to every place that's having problems. Where did I get my glasses from? They go from the top of my nose all the way to my eyebrows. That's where they're from. No, you can go. See is the name of the company. SEE, like C. That's Making My Line. You can look at them online and and ask them when the Howie line is going to be available. You're a 10th responder? Well, I'm a 4th. Wow. I can't imagine what's there to respond to after 9 people have responded. Where's the shirt from? The shirt is actually from this store called Feature in Las Vegas. Feature, like a feature presentation. No, I did not know what case was the winning case. Nobody did. What is on the sleeve of my shirt? A picture. And another picture. I don't know. I just like the shirt, so I bought the shirt. A lot of questions. Sherry says, I'm a Howie fan. Thank you. Then this is a good live broadcast to be on. Sri Lanka's in the house. Why was there a rumor about me getting kidnapped? Oh, that's TikTok. I don't know why. On TikTok, apparently the way I dance makes people think that I'm captive. That's why I don't dance at weddings or parties or anything. I'm afraid people are going to think I'm in trouble. Patty says I'm going to bed sick. What am I drinking? Just soda. Just like blueberry soda. Nothing healthy. How am I coupling with COVID? I don't couple with COVID. I whatever the opposite of coupling is. Is my real name Howard? Yes. But nobody uses Howard unless they're angry with me. So I kind of, don't use that. But that's my name on my license and on my passport and everything. But when I was a kid, Howie sounds like fun. When somebody goes, Howard, then they're usually mad. Why can't you go live with me? Tomorrow, are people, I'm still talking about my podcast. Are people subscribing and spreading the word or listening to it? Did anybody, I need a Netflix special. I need to be in front of an audience is what I need. Anywhere. I miss stand-up. This is the longest I haven't done stand-up in front of a live audience. And I've been doing it for 45 years. Before this year, maybe I went 2.5 weeks without being on a stage in front of live people. And this has been over a year. So, you subscribe. Thank you so much. See, this is the kind of IV watching you. You're my favorite. I like the people who subscribed and told me that they're listening. Are you listening to the podcast? Have I ever been to Ohio? Yeah, I've been everywhere. So tomorrow, I need you guys to all be here. When we go on live, it's going to be sometime between 12 and 1 West Coast time, and it'll be, which is 3 to, 4 East Coast time. And I'll be on, with my daughter, Jacqueline Schultz, on a podcast, but we'll go live. And unlike I'm doing tonight, I will bring people on. Howie Yabo listens to my podcast. Okay, well, that's great. Would I ever visit New Zealand? I've been to New Zealand. I love New Zealand. I was in Auckland. I got to ride on one of the America's Cup boats in that harbor there. What's my favorite color? Transparent. Because with that color, you can see every other color if you look through it. You love watching the podcast? Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. You follow my daughter, Jacqueline Schultz? You should. You should. Thank you for sharing it and posting it. I appreciate that. Where do you find the podcast? You could find it just by going in the bio right here on Instagram. In my bio, you can click and go right to it. But wherever you get podcasts, it's available everywhere. It's called Howie Mandel Does Stuff. but you can click and go directly here. So are you doing that now? Is everybody doing that? Paula loves listening to podcasts in bed. Thank you. Thank you. We should do the podcast from bed one day. Guest Annie. Well, I will guest people tomorrow on the podcast, not now. Now I'm just telling people to be ready for tomorrow. That there was a purpose for me to be on. Susan says I always make her laugh. I don't know that I'm doing anything that's funny. I don't understand. So far, yours is my favorite. My what is your favorite? Stop with the guest and stuff. I'm not going to do it. Just subscribe. Thank you, Moonleak. Thank you. Moonleak just subscribed to the podcast. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Deal or No Deal game fan. It's good to see you. Make you laugh tomorrow. Come on the podcast and you'll make me laugh. We'll all laugh. Alex is doing great. My son. Is that the person, the Alex you're talking about? Where can I find your podcast? You can click on my bio and go directly to it. But wherever you get podcasts, it's called Howie Mandel Does Stuff. We just started. There's only 4 episodes. We have Heidi Klum in some. This one that we in one we have conspiracy theories and ghost stories. We have and I don't want to give away. I don't want to, but you'll like it. Thank you so much. What are those models on Deal or No Deal? Any of them single? I don't know if you guys know this, but did you know that Meghan Markle was actually a Deal or No Deal model on my show? I'm what? Well, thank you. Hi, Mexico. Wow, it's real then. What do you mean it's real? What did you think was fake? You saw Heidi Klum on Jimmy Kimmel the other night? Yeah, they talked about me. I saw that. Is the podcast on Spotify? Absolutely. It is. Howie Mandel Does Stuff. You can stream it now. Best true crime podcast is Howie Mandel Does Stuff. I don't know that what I'm doing is criminal, but it is true. So half of that is right. Hi, India. My heart goes out to you. I'm praying for you. Hi, Indonesia. Hi. People just saying hi. I like that. What else? I love you too. Listen. You guys are the reason I'm here. I have a lot of favorite acts. They different. You know, I loved V Unbeatable from India, and Courtney Hadwin and Grace Vanderwall. Those are my 3 favorite. Simon Cowell's doing great. He's stronger and better. Hey, Caroline. Caroline Sheets is here. She's producing the podcast. So, Caroline, I was just telling everybody that to subscribe to the podcast, Howie Mandel Does Stuff, and then you are going to be running this tomorrow. I'll go live on Instagram at some point, and they can listen to what we're talking about. They can join in the conversation. If you listen to what we're talking about and you have something to add, I'll put you in live. Or if you want to, dazzle us with some weird thing that you have to show us, then you can do that on the podcast tomorrow. What are you saying? My podcast is the highlight of your day. Thank you so much. Thank you. Caroline Sheets, there she is. That's Caroline Sheets. She produces the podcast. Follow Caroline. She'll be there tomorrow. Subscribe to Howie Does Stuff. See that? What a great producer she is. She's spreading the word. Thank you, Caroline. I'll go on his podcast. Okay, go on my podcast, Anne. They can. We'll watch this. You know, just like I'm watching this. I'll. What are you saying? My friend loves your podcast. Well, why does your friend love it and not you? You can't tell. Anyway, tomorrow the podcast. Correct me if I'm wrong, Caroline. I think the podcast starts at noon here in California, which is 3 o'clock East Coast. We may not turn this on right away, but at some point throughout the podcast, I will turn on Instagram Live. And if anything looks exciting or somebody has something to add, then I'll click on you and you are part of it. Everyone from the UK subscribe to Howie's podcast. Oh, yes, the UK is very strong on my podcast. I like the podcast so far. I'm listening to it right now. How are you listening to it right now, yet able to type to me? And what episode are you listening to? What part are you listening to? Oh, there's my daughter, Jacqueline Schultz. Tell people what? Tell people to go on tomorrow to give us, oh, that's a good idea. Do you want to come on live and tell them to do that? Jacqueline, my daughter, my daughter Jacqueline is here. Let me see something. Because this isn't good. So she has an idea. Let's see. There you are. Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
Yeah.
I saw someone just comment, would you rather have fingers as arms or arms as fingers? And it reminded me that we should play Would You Rather, and they can give us the Would You Rather options.
Oh, that's fantastic. So that's one of the things we'll do. Yeah. That's why I'm so proud of this young lady. Isn't that a fun idea? You guys can play Would You Rather. Oh, who's that? Is that Jan? Jan Rosenthal is on also. Say hi to Jan, Jackie.
Hi, Jan.
Jan is my, good friend, family friend, and also my wife's partner. My wife and Jan are very powerful agents. They're talent agents. So if you have talent, they'll see the podcast. You could end up with an agent who could be Jan or my wife.
Or
hey,
prank
Jacqueline,
phone calls ideas.
Pardon me?
Or prank phone call ideas.
Oh, yeah, we do a lot of prank phone calls on the show. So if you have a prank phone call, you want me to make a prank phone call to your family members or people that you work, Jan's saying hi to you. Jackie.
Hi, Jan.
Then do that. See that? The people are saying great idea, the Would You Rathers. Caroline is saying hi to Jan. I feel like I shouldn't be here. It's like you and Jan and Caroline. The ladies are having a conversation and I'm just here.
I also think it would be funny to go through, I'm thinking out loud, to go through your meanest or rudest comments and tweets.
Mine or theirs?
Yours. Like what people say about you.
Like mean tweets? Like Jimmy Kimmel's mean tweets?
Yeah, but I think yours mostly comes from TikTok.
Oh, Caroline is saying, we want to prank your friends.
Mine?
You know, no, I think she's talking to everybody on
Caroline
here.
has all the good ideas.
Caroline does have good ideas.
Yeah.
Like if they have a friend they want me to call, they go, he doesn't know that I'm calling you, or she doesn't know I'm calling you. My mom thinks I'm at school. Why don't you call as the principal and say, and we could do that live. And you can feed me information if they ask me questions right here on Instagram. That's great, Caroline. Thank you. Oh, on TikTok.
Hi, Shira.
You selling TikTok on Instagram?
What?
We can have both. We could do it live on TikTok, and we could do it.
I'm wondering if we should do Instagram or TikTok live. I feel like we should try both and see which one does better.
Ooh.
Like which one more people come to and view and give us ideas.
You're right.
Yeah.
These are all guys. See, like everybody's going, I want to prank my brother. I want to do that.
But do they send it in? You guys all say, whenever we're on live, you guys all say, I want to prank my brother, or I want to do this, or you guys should call me. But then when I tell you guys to send an email to Howie@Cast Media, then, I mean, we get a few, but I'm sure a lot of you don't end up sending the email.
Well, tell them right now.
You guys should send the email. Or can they just like DM Caroline? Caroline's on here.
Caroline, how should they do it, Caroline Sheets? See her name right there? She agrees. I mean, if you can get through to Caroline, then you're gold.
Then you're in.
You're in.
Caroline's the boss lady.
Yes. Are you talking to, can you please tell? I don't know. I can't read that fast. These things go by. Somebody wants me to tell you something, Jackie. They said it's really important.
Okay, hold on. I'm going back and I'm seeing.
No,
Sally
don't. That was it. That was it.
Sally says she loves the podcast.
Who's Sally?
And they said, go live on MySpace. We should try MySpace.
Not Friendster?
No, if you're a creeper, I'm not going to answer. Caroline says, don't contact her.
They're DMing her. She said they're DMing her now.
No. Sorry, Caroline. Maybe that was a bad idea.
They can't DM her unless they can't DM her unless she's following them, right?
They can't. There's like, didn't you see what happened? Was it T-Pain? Was it T-Pain where like he just realized that like all the DMs of people he's not following go into a separate folder, and he didn't realize that. And then he saw all these famous people. Oh, Everything Delish. She says go live on TikTok. You know Everything Delish, right? She's from Canada, I think Toronto. And she has a huge account, and she has like millions on TikTok too, and she does the yummy food stuff.
I think we saw her. I met her where my mom lives, but I think we saw her in
Florida.
In Miami.
Florida.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where there was all the foodie blogger people at the food festival thing. What's the big food festival?
It was called the Miami Food Festival.
Oh. Yeah.
I wonder if so I can get DMs from strangers?
Yeah, you don't know this, Dad, because I bet you if you look at your DMs right now, because no one controls you're the one that does your social media. If you go look at your DMs, I bet you'd have the same thing as
Hungry Monkeys here. Hungry Monkeys here.
Hi.
Hi, we love the brownies and all the cookies. You
also met Shira.
What?
You also met Shira in Florida when you were filming Deal or No Deal. At the what was the restaurant called? The chocolate one?
I don't remember.
Okay. Anyway, so if you go, I'll show you later.
What are you answering, Caroline? Caroline's saying he probably has thousands.
I know, like T-Pain. Was it T-Pain? Am I getting the person right? I think it was T-Pain. Anyways, so if you go to your DMs and there's a whole separate folder for people that DM you that you're not following. And it can be...
even the people that I'm following, people always say to me, did you check your DM? And I always go, yeah, but I never have. I've never looked at a DM. I've never seen a DM. I don't want to. Well, when I first got on social media and people going, check your DMs, I thought it was some sort of physical where I had to squeeze something and check my DM. And if there was a lump, then I would call a doctor.
You know what? That's going to be funny. Caroline, let's do that tomorrow on the podcast and see if he has anyone that he's been missing, if it's the same thing.
Do I have to bring something in to show you? Your
phone.
It's on my phone?
Yeah, it's where you are right now. It's on Instagram. I bet you have like a bunch
I've never seen a DM. I've only been on social media for like 15 years or 12 years. I've never seen a DM.
You know what? Even the people he is following.
People text me or tweet me, or they're on Instagram or even on TikTok, and they like they get mad and they go, check your DMs, asshole. I've been DMing you. And I go, okay. But I don't know what it is.
I'll go through his requests, and you can also filter them to the top ones, like to all the ones that have verified check marks. So I bet you there's a ton.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
How many DMs can you get?
I'm going to look after this.
Okay. But you know what? The more importantly, instead of checking DMs, why don't you guys subscribe to our podcast?
Well, they have to do that in order to see what DMs you're missing.
Hungry Monkey saying I'm looking thin. Now, I don't think I'm looking thin, but what I think is when your business is baked goods, that's how you sell, right? You say, oh, look at you, you're thin. Would you like a cupcake?
Dad, you're using the ring light all wrong. You're not supposed to like know that you're enhancing your image. And with you, you totally know because it's reflected not only in your glasses, but behind you in the window too.
Right there.
Yeah.
Why is
And
it
in
a
your
secret that I have a ring light?
And you look like a minion because of the glasses.
Thank you. You see, I was on here before I brought you on, and I swear to God, people were saying, you look so handsome. You look good. You look young for your age. Then my daughter comes on and goes, I don't like the lighting and you look like a minion.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even going to go, I was kidding?
No, you're welcome.
Okay.
Do I
So
have
by
to
doing this
pay
wrong,
for
how do
the
you use a ring light so that people don't know you're using a ring light? Not that it bothers me.
Angle it, or angle your phone. But someone asked if you have to pay for the podcast. No, you can get the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. So like Apple or Spotify. I think iHeartRadio has it. I'm pretty sure Amazon. Yeah, I don't know. Wherever you get your podcasts.
Is that better?
No.
Is that better?
No.
What? Tell me what you're laughing at.
Just your glasses.
What about them? Is this lighting good though? I've never done my own lighting. They sent me this. I was supposed to do a Zoom. I'll be honest. Adam Carolla, I did his podcast, and he sent this light. And he said, I want you to use this light. I've never set up a light in my life. I don't know. You know what's happening here? People think I'm an idiot. I don't know what DMs are, and I can't light myself. Why does this look? I am old.
I'm too old. I'm too old for social media, so you're ancient.
It shows more. What shows more? People are saying it shows more.
The reflection. But I think you use like a ring light. Okay, I don't agree with ring lights. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
For the same reason I don't agree with like lighting in the club. Like that's the reason why you look so good in the club. And then the next morning, men are usually like, oh, you know, like you want things to be dark.
I think what's happening now is I'm becoming more of a thirst trap, aren't I?
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening. Think of this as a video dump.
Yeah. You look cute, but you might delete later.
All
right.
My wrinkles look more obvious.
Yeah, you don't want to use a ring light if you're not like putting on makeup and stuff. Ring light doesn't enhance anything unless you're already enhanced.
Is that better?
That's better.
Oh,
yeah.
You're right. Now you can't see my wrinkles, and you can't see the wrinkles. This is great. I look so much younger, huh?
Yeah.
How old? If you're just joining us now, guess how? Tell your dad to add me on the live. No. What kind of club do you talk? They're saying, and I said that too. What do you mean you go to the club and it's dark? I'm not on the prowl. I'm happy to be with your mother.
I don't go to the clubs anymore either. But when I used to go to bars and clubs and
no,
stuff,
you didn't. You never did. You never did.
What?
You never went to clubs. But no. That's not the way I remember it. And remember, I said
no. You don't know.
I know.
You don't know what I did.
You went to the bars?
Yeah. Everyone has. Anyways, when you went, and I'm sure it's the same now, it's dim lighting. It's dark lighting. So like every girl looks good in dark lighting and with some drinks. Dad, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find an angle.
But now you're backlit, so it doesn't work.
Is that good?
No.
It's kind of, doesn't it make it like, ooh, like there's a whole, like.
It's kind of creepy. This is what we should have done for like the ghost stories on this last podcast.
Now you're reading comments.
What?
Didn't somebody say it didn't sound?
Yeah, someone said that.
Comments I read. By the way, DMs guys, I don't read.
If you go and watch our podcast on YouTube, or even listen to, but mostly if you watch our podcast on YouTube and you leave a comment, I read every single one because I'm obsessed with reading and seeing people's opinions.
Ow! Went to
of,
the right. Ow.
of what happened. And the last one, there was a comment about how it was an A for effort in terms of ghost stories, but we should have set a different setting and been out in the woods with a fire and s'mores.
I read that. That's just stupid.
And like a flashlight.
No, that's not where it's not good sound for a podcast.
No, I thought we were fine. But I wanted to comment back and tell him you're wrong.
Anyway, everybody, are you subscribing? How come there's so many people that don't know how to get podcasts? I'm not making fun of you because I've never seen a DM.
Because I think the people on Instagram are on Instagram. I wish there was a way where you can just like, yeah? Okay, Abby's done, so I need to go.
Okay. Done. All right. Oh, you know what?
Ow.
I think your mother's done. I think your mother's done. Did you, honey? Did you finish poo poo?
That's what's happening. I do hear
gotta
screaming.
go. Bye.